Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to part 2 of me answering Q&A for year 2019. So, I'm out of here to answer the rest of the questions from other ones who sent in. So, let's get right down to them. So, answering for 2019 Q&A part 2. First off, starting with one who's been giving me some comments from the past few months. Wolf Freeland Fallout Kid. Sorry about that. Yeah, Wolf Freeland Fallout Kid. You have questions, and your first question is, what is your favorite place to go? Now, favorite place to go? That's hard to say because if you say favorite place to eat out or place to go in general. That one I can't honestly say because I have a lot of places I like to go to, but I can't pick a favorite place. So, not sure I answered on that first question there though. But if I would have preferred a place to eat out, just to eat out, a favorite place to, I'll probably like to say In-N-Out Burger or other good good Italian restaurants because I love Italian food. Because I am Italian, so I probably like it. I do like Italian food, but like stuff like Olive Garden or other good authentic Italian places. So, but In-N-Out Burger is another one of my favorite burger. So, referring to favorite places to go, if you're referring to eating out, then those are a couple of places I enjoy going to. So that's the first question for you. Your second question is, have you heard of the 1996 show Road Rovers? Which give me a second here. It's one of those cartoons from those 90s that like with Mighty Ducks or Street Sharks or Extreme Dinosaurs. But if I look up the cartoon. Yeah, but I did. If you answer the question, yes, I have heard of Road Rovers. Yes. Which is the same with your third question is, did I heard of the 1993 show SWAT Cats? Yes, I have, and I heard those because, like I said, it was those times in the start of the end of the early 90s into the mid 90s. They started making these spin-off shows, of cartoon characters, like I said, Road Rovers, SWAT Cats, even Biker Mice from Mars. Those characters, especially Street Sharks, Extreme Dinosaurs, even Disney's The Mighty Ducks. Cartoons of those natures I have watched. Well, I did not watch a whole lot. I did not watch Road Rovers or SWAT Cats, but I enjoy the ones for the most. I enjoy I love Extreme Dinosaurs. I love Street Sharks the most. I love Disney's The Mighty Ducks. And I'll even put Gargoyles, Disney's Gargoyles. That's a favorite Disney show that I enjoyed. So, and especially Sonic the Hedgehog, the 90s ones, which I'm referring to the darker one that Jaleel White. Well, Jaleel, he voiced Sonic from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which came out at the same time, but I always enjoyed the darker version of Sonic the Hedgehog, the more action-adventure one. But those cartoons I enjoyed growing up with. But I have heard of the 1996 show Road Rovers and 93 show SWAT Cats. Yes, I've heard of those. That's to answer both of those questions there. Your fourth question is, what is your all-time favorite video game? Okay. I got I'll probably put as my top here. I'll probably I'll probably have to do a video or probably do a video of my top favorite video games of all time. But the ones I play the most, I enjoy the most. My favorite video game. Well, I love Sonic 1 and 2 from Sega Genesis. I love those games. Especially a lot of the ones from the Sega Genesis games, like Golden Axe or Streets of Rage and The Revenge of Shinobi. But other ones I do enjoy recently, for PlayStation. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game. I love that game. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Of Duels of the Roses and Capsule Monsters Coliseum. I'll probably say those are the video games I played the most. So I'll probably say those are my favorite video games. But as an all-time favorite video game, that is very hard, because those games I played a whole bunch of times. Like millions of times, basically. So I guess it's hard to say it was my all-time favorite video game. It's hard to pick either one of those picks. So, because they're all good games. Really good games. Then your last question is, which is a very good one. Thank you for mentioning this one. What would you do when you hit 10,000 subscribers? Man, I know it's just like it's almost like I'm almost halfway. Well, I'm more than halfway to almost getting to 9,000. Just what would I do when I hit 10,000 subscribers? Probably say like the biggest thank you, or I'll probably have to think of something for a special video I'll have to do when I hit 10,000 subscribers, because I just probably can almost live that I'll probably may hit 9,000 later, probably within the next 2 months, basically, and then I'll probably say maybe within, if possible, maybe in next year, or probably by the time I hit 10,000. Man, it just makes me so very appreciative to everybody who's watched my videos after going on. By the time it hits September, it'll be going on 6 years. God dang. It just makes me feel appreciative to everybody who's watched my videos and all the stuff, and just enjoyed watching what I have to say about the films or other things of the nature, or TV shows, games, and other stuff, as well as just probably I'll just do some kind of special video before I do that. And the biggest thank you to everybody helping me reach 10,000. I would never imagine, almost going on 6 years, I would never imagine myself getting 10,000 subscribers for my channel just for doing what I like doing, you know. Just makes me feel very appreciative and very happy, you know. I would never have thought of when I do a YouTube channel, which I wanted to do for a long time before this, I never thought I would pretty soon to hit 10,000, man. Well, I'm not there yet, though, but I'll have to do something pretty good. I'll have to think about that, though. But Wolf Freeland, Follow Kid, thanks for those questions, especially for that last question there. So I have to think about that. So, but thanks for that. And moving downward now, to another commentator has been recently commenting for quite some time. Disney Pixar fan 1999. Disney Pixar fan 1999. You have questions. Quite a few, or more than a few actually. Your first question is, why aren't you a fan of The Simpsons? That's my question. I just could never get into The Simpsons. The Simpsons were never my kind of cartoon to watch. The same with that some like nature like King of the Hill or American Dad. I do not like Family Guy. Definitely do not like Family Guy or South Park. But The Simpsons, I just could never get myself to watch The Simpsons. I know it's going on like for how many seasons now till now? What was it, 15? I can't keep track. It's like the Lord of the Rings. I can never get into that though. Same thing with this. I just can never get into myself watching The Simpsons. So I'm sorry that I never grew up with The Simpsons. I just never couldn't get to it later or now. So yeah. Just never was a fan of The Simpsons. What's your favorite SpongeBob season? Well, I did a video a long time ago where my favorite episodes of SpongeBob, but for a season, I would probably have to say my favorite season is probably at most the first 3 seasons. I'll say right there. That's because a lot of my favorite episodes were there from the first 3 seasons. So I'll probably give it say that for the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. So I'll give it that there. Now, your third question is, what is your favorite Disney princess? Huh. I have to think. Hold on, give me a second here. Well, let's see here. You got Belle, Snow White, Ariel, Cinderella, Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas. Well, definitely not the newer ones. Not like like Moana or Meredith from Brave. No. Maybe I'll probably to say either. I'll probably say for the most part. Maybe I'll probably say either Belle or Ariel. I think for the most part I probably would have to say Ariel from The Little Mermaid. So, yeah, I think for most, I'd probably say my favorite Disney princess is Ariel. Because Jodie Benson, she does a good job of voicing her as well. So, and I reviewed The Little Mermaid, and including the sequel, just not that long ago, so you can check those out. Because the first Little Mermaid is a Disney masterpiece. I love, which I gotta mention right here. I didn't bring this up in any updates or anything, but I did get the poster of it. So I probably have to say Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. I'll probably have to say that. So, yeah, I forgot that I got this. So I forgot to bring this up in a poster update. So, because I haven't done one in a long time. So yeah, so I got the poster for The Little Mermaid shortly after I reviewed the movie and the sequel. So I'll probably say Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. And your next question is, do you like Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4? Obviously, I do. I think did I mention that did I watch Toy Story 4? I think I probably did not see Toy Story 4, so I can't judge on that. So, but I did see Incredibles 2. I said I liked it though, but I'll probably say yeah, but I didn't love it. I think I was a little bit underwhelmed by it. I think even my brother said he was underwhelmed by it because, for the most part, it's the Incredibles. For most of the movie, it's not the Incredibles all together as a family. For the most part, they're just split up, mostly with Elastigirl doing her own thing for the most part of it. So I liked the film, but I didn't love it. And I think I said I didn't see Toy Story 4 because I really want to, because Keanu Reeves, he's one of the voices as Duke Kaboom. Yeah, I was really interested in seeing Keanu Reeves' voice in that. So, but I didn't see Toy Story 4. I think I didn't mention that though. But Incredibles 2, liked it but didn't love it. Number 5. Do you really like Heavy Metal 1981? Yes, I do. I do like heavy metal, and I think I remember. I have Heavy Metal on DVD. I'm pretty sure I do. So, but I do like heavy metal from I think even my dad, he likes heavy metal as well. I think. I have to ask him that though. So, but I do like that. I do like heavy metal. Heavy metal from 1981. Yes. Number 6. Do you like Bambi? Yes, I do. Including the fact that everyone's like the whole shock that Bambi's mother got shot, and yes, I do like Bambi. I'll review that sometime later down the road. So yes, I do like Bambi. Number 7. What is your the other thing I make you think you put is in there? Say, what is your celebrity crush? Celebrity crush, huh? Honestly, I cannot say. Honestly, there's actresses I like though, but do I have a crush on them? No. I think that I think that's kind of funny one though. But yeah, honestly, I don't have a celebrity crush though. I like actors. A lot of actresses, but I honestly don't have a crush on a celebrity crush. And your last question is: do you hate when Patrick had the flag in his butt in the SpongeBob movie? Yeah, we didn't believe, but well, even some other episodes you do see like other characters' buttocks, so. But that scene, yeah, I was probably say that's just yeah. You need to see this him have the flag in his ass when he's flying. Hooray for SpongeBob! Yeah, I would say yeah. As time went on, yeah, you did not need to see the flag in Patrick's ass in that scene. So I'll say yes. I'll put it that way. So I'll be answering all those questions. Like I said, though, that eighth question, did want to answer that because, like I said, it's more of a personal question. I mentioned no personal questions of that stuff because I didn't want to say all other stuff. So, but just to let you know, right? Because that's why I just want to beat around the bush on that. But thanks for those other questions for Disney Pixar fan 1999. And now get into my regular ones who have watched comments a lot on my videos, saving like I said to say the best ones for last. From DJ Donnelly. Question number 1. Thoughts on the Mandela effect? Have you ever experienced it? No, I haven't. I haven't fully experienced the Mandela effect. No, I haven't. Number 2, what are some movie plot holes that you need that you feel needs fixing? There's plot holes in so many movies. I can't even think of. So many plot holes. Ran out. Probably needed to have more to think. What plot holes do I think feel needs fixing? Well, for one of the most obvious, probably I ought to say. I'm thinking one right on the top of my head. All right, I can't think of anything other plot holes right away, but probably everyone else has thought of this. Probably, but like Jaws of Revenge. You know how the shark. How it gets there within days. The days when the Brody family arrives from MMA to the Bahamas. The plot hole for that. If I would have fixed that. Just have it be as a shark that's not affiliated with the other sharks. You know? Just have like a regular great white that's just swimming in the waters of the Bahamas. Don't have it don't have kill one of the Brody members, so that way Ellen Brody doesn't get the feeling of it's another shark, you know. But even if it did happen, probably would mention it's the shark from another one. So I don't know. Probably wouldn't think it differently if Sean didn't get killed and just another shark that's just randomly attacking people that's not going after any of the family members of the Brody family. Just a regular great white that's going on and killing other random people. So that way it's not so coincidental that it's not after the Brody family. So maybe I'll listen. The whole plot of that film is very shitty. So I don't know. I'm just thinking that was one plot I just think still needs fixing. So, but what's done is done. So can't think of anything else off the top of my head that's for a plot hole that needs fixing. So sorry about that, but I just can't think of. There's so many I just can't think of right now. But your third question is, are you a fan of Crash Bandicoot? If yes, have you played the new Crash game for PS4? I've heard of Crash Bandicoot. I know he's an iconic video game character. but I have not played the new Crash games for PS4. I have not played any games that's from PS4. I just stick to playing my old games from either from Sega Genesis or PS2. I have not played the new Crash games for PS4. No, I haven't. But I've heard of Crash Bandicoot, but am I a full-on fan of the character? No, I'm not. I didn't play too much of any games of that character though, but I've heard of him. I know he's like has like an iconic video game character, but I have not played too many of his games. I'm not overall a big fan of him because I didn't play too much of the games. That's why. So, but as I have heard of Crash Bandicoot. Number 4 is if you can spend an entire weekend in any fictional movie world, which one would you pick? That's an interesting one. If I pick any movie in its own fictional world, what would I imagine myself in? Well, probably would say one of my all-time favorite movies. I like to spend time in the world of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World nowadays, but I like to spend some time in that universe. But and what are the ones I like to spend time in? What universe? Let's see. I'm trying to think of other franchises. Well, I'll probably spend time if this counts. The Pokemon world. Probably would like to spend time in that how to train your own Pokemon. So those like fictional worlds I like to visit. Pick those. And your last question is what's a movie you saw that sucked but the soundtrack was awesome? Another good question there. Well, what I was speaking with this, keep mentioning this movie, but Jaws: Revenge. Like I said, the film still sucks though, but the soundtrack, especially the main theme, I liked. I like the theme for Jaws: Revenge. Trying to make it sound like a very serious for a finale of the franchise. But other ones that suck that also has a good soundtrack. Just give me a second more thing I'm looking through other. Sorry, there's something was caught in the back of my hair here, so I was trying to get it out. Oh, okay. Well, more of the film that sucked, which I like the soundtrack to. Batman Robin. I do like the soundtrack to Batman Robin. Especially one from R. Kelly, his song Gotham City. And the soundtrack was the end is the beginning. That was in the trailer that played in the trailer for Watchmen. I do like that song. That was the soundtrack for Batman Robin. So I would say the soundtrack for Batman Robin is better than the movie itself. So that's another soundtrack I liked from another movie that sucked. So yeah, so just to name a couple of bad films with good soundtracks. So yeah, I'll probably pick those. But DJ Donnelly, thanks for those questions. Thank you for those. Next is getting to the last of the three. Next is my friend Caleb Bogus. So shout out to you. Hello. Nice to hear you. Nice to hear you again. And your questions. What do you think of Marvel Phase 4? Well, Marvel Phase 4. There's a couple that I look forward to. I mentioned this in part 2 of Q&A part. I mentioned this in part 2 of this review. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. I look forward to seeing. Get the director coming back from the director the first one. Original cast of like Benedict Cumberbatch coming back as Doctor Strange. Even they got Scarlet Witch coming back, Elizabeth Olsen in it. Multiverse Madness, they're trying to make it into they're going to make it to a horror movie, which I look forward to seeing because I'm interested in seeing that as a horror movie. So yeah, I look forward to seeing the sequel to Doctor Strange. The Eternals, I'll take interest in seeing. Black Widow, no, because it's a prequel. To me, it's completely pointless because how is it going to be different? It's going to end up the same thing for her character, how it happened in Endgame. She dies. So how is this? To me, it's a pointless movie because how is it going to change any different? What's going to happen to her character in Endgame? So to me, it's a pointless sequel. And yeah, the Taskmaster is in it, which I like Taskmaster. But to me, at the same time, it's a pointless sequel, or prequel, I should say. I think it's supposed to take place between Civil War and Infinity War. So, pointless sequel. What else? That was supposed to take place for Phase 4. Shang-Chi. I didn't grow up much more on the Master of Kung Fu, so I'll stay tuned. But I think as of right now, for Phase 4 is the Eternals, and then Doctor Strange 2. And your next question is, what do you think of Disney Plus? Not sure, because like I said, Disney, because how Disney is nowadays, we want to be on top of everything, and I know with Disney Plus, they want to make those TV shows based on the Marvel MCU characters, like with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and like Wanda and Vision and Loki. They're trying to be like of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. So Disney Plus, sketchy on it. Probably mostly negative. Your third question is, do you know that there's going to be a Walking Dead movie? Yes, I'm aware of this. There's going to be a Walking Dead movie based on Rick Grimes. So apparently, if it's going to be after how his character exited the show, it's going to be afterwards. So yes, I do know how a Rick Grimes Walking Dead movie is in progress right now. Your fourth question is, thoughts on the show called Psyche or Psyche. I'm not sure. I have not heard of the show, so can't say too much about that. And your fifth question is, thoughts on the Disney Channel show Amphilia. And again, another show that I have not heard of because I don't watch stuff on the Disney Channel show anymore. So I have not heard of that show either. Amphilia. So sorry about that, but the other questions, yeah. Just give me actually, give me a second here. It's just for the sake of it. Let me look up what Amphilia is. Or is it? Why did I say Amphilia? It's Amphibia. Sorry about that. Amphibia. I don't know why I got the L in there for. Amphibia. Okay, so it's a cartoon show. They got voice actors in here, so... Actually, one of them is Stephen Root, actually, enough. Huh, it's funny. I guess I like Stephen Root. But, yeah, Amphibia, I don't watch anything on the Disney Channel show anymore, so, yeah. But, Caleb, but thanks for your questions anyway. It's good to hear from you, so shout out to you. And now getting to another friend of mine, Jason Grady, PH Stiger 61. Another shout out to you. Nice to hear from you again. And what you've written here is I also love all 3 John Wick films. I also love your review of the first movie. I hope that you'll review John Wick 2 and 3, which I will. I will review John Wick. When John Wick 3 comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, which I look forward to picking it up, I'll review the second film and the third film, okay? as going on though. What are your thoughts on the fourth movie coming out in May 2021? My thoughts on it, my thoughts on the fourth John Wick film, if they keep on going exactly how it is for the first three movies, especially after the third film, I'd like to see another one as long as Keanu Reeves keeps on doing the same thing as he's been doing for the first three movies. So as long as Keanu Reeves is willing to do the same thing and I hope they don't screw it up, I'm all for seeing a fourth movie. Definitely. As long as they don't screw it up. Keep them going the way they keep on doing for the first three movies. And also, it was more badass and more awesome that John Wick and the Bowery King assembled the United Kick-Ass Assassins to help against the High Table, screw them over. Which, yeah, because I liked how it ended for the third film. Like, when Lawrence Fishburne was asking Keanu Reeves, like, "Are you pissed?" And Keanu Reeves was like, "Hell yeah." I liked how it ended on that. And the question is like, who do you want that a group of assassins will be with John Wick and Bowery King? What do you think of that? As for our group of assassins like to join with John Wick with Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, like to team up with them. I think one of the assassins I think that we like to, like for them to team up with Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne. If you're putting it that way, I'm trying to think of assassins. Assassins. I'm trying to think about other assassins. Well, the only thing group of assassins I would probably pick is the Expendables. The Expendables from the first movie, not the second or third movies, because 2 and 3 were made into jokes. I'll probably pick as the team that was kick-ass in the first Expendables film. Not 2 and 3, the first Expendables movie. Those are like the only group of assassins that I know they're not really assassins though, but they're like hitman for hire basically though, but they're the only type of people that I can think of right now. If you're trying to team up with Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, yeah. And you also had another question from another part here. It says, I still love your videos. You are fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm also happy that the Fantastic Four and X-Men are now in the MCU. What are your thoughts on it? Well, like I said, I think it's just because Disney they want to buy every single company. So, how the way Fox are treat. Well, the Dark Phoenix bombed badly, and it's a bad way to go out on that X-Men story from how they started from before. But if they do the X-Men properly and Fantastic Four properly, which I know everybody hated the 2015 Fantastic Four film, which actually I'm one of the very few people that liked it. I'm one of the few people though, but if you make those characters fit in the MCU, which I know it's gonna be a long ways to go, maybe I'll probably if they make them right and fit in the MCU, maybe I would say more thoughts how they would fit in the MCU. And going on is like, and my favorite games are the Assassin's Creed games and Mass Effect games. What are your favorite games? And also what are my favorite? Yeah, what are my favorite games? I did mention this at the beginning of this video when Wolf Freeland Follow Kid asked me what are my favorite games. Like I said, Sonic 1 and 2. Like, from the good to see, just like Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Revenge of Shinobi. Then from the PlayStation 2 games, like, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels of the Roses, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum. Oh yeah, I forgot I mentioned my Nintendo 64 games that are also I consider my favorites. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, 007 GoldenEye from Nintendo 64. I can't believe I forgot to mention those games. I love those games. Even the Rampage World Tour game I enjoyed. That's another game I grew up playing. So yeah, I gotta mention those games. Forgot about those. Darn it. Yeah, those favorite games I grew up playing a lot of times, especially Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 and 007 GoldenEye. Then you're saying is also my favorite TV show from the 2000s are definitely the original Powerpuff Girls, not that god awful reboot, which I've seen before the reboot of it and it looks god awful. And what's your favorite original show from the 2000s? From the 2000s. Well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2003 definitely. I love the Ninja Turtles from 2003. So that's never gonna get a proper, full, complete series instead of like the ones that are episodes that are scattered on DVDs. But I love the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon from 2003. I'm looking at my TV shows I have here. All Grown Up, that was from the 2000s. All Grown Up. Back to the Barnyard. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That even though that started from the early 90s, but it made its way into the 2000s though. Same with Ed, Edd n Eddy. That was in the early late 90s and into the 2000s. Then let me give me a look over here for a second. Look at this one from 2000s. The Land Before Time cartoon show. What's New Scooby Doo? What's New Scooby Doo coming after you? Yeah, I enjoy the What's New Scooby Doo show. And probably I would say if you go for more of the adult cartoon, I would probably say Tripping the Rift as well, which I think I find it much better than Family Guy or South Park. But Tripping the Rift, yeah. So those ones from the 2000s I like, even though a couple of them started out in the late 90s but ended in the 2000s. So those ones I like. But Jason, Greedy Peach Zigger 61, thank you for those questions. Once again, shout out to you. Hope you enjoyed my answering your questions. And now finally getting and answering most of everybody's questions, and now getting down to the last one now. Well, it comes down to the one I saved, my friend Peter Freakout 10. How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Hope you're doing good. And now for your 5 questions now. The last ones now. Your first one is, what do you plan to review for Halloween? If you're referring to October month, I'm gonna do a video of that for my plans for October. I'm gonna do a video for what I'm gonna plan to review for October. So because I got a couple of ideas in mind, so I'm gonna save that for that video. So to answer that question, that one there, I'm gonna make a video on that for my plans for October for Halloween month. All right. So stay tuned for that video, and that'll be answer for that question right there. Your second question is, do you think you will be able to review Saw around Halloween? The first Saw film? Maybe. I think I will. Maybe I'll. If I have the other I have plans in mind for Halloween month. Maybe I'll squeeze the first one in there. I just don't want to take the time to review the sequels because a lot of them are bad. So maybe I'll squeeze the first one in there. Maybe. I can't hold a promise on that though, but maybe I'll give it a chance if I have other plans though. Okay. Your third one is, of all the remakes that you watched, which one do you say is the worst? Oh, God. I have seen so many remakes, especially for mainly horror movies, they have sucked. What is the, of all the ones I've seen, what is the worst? Oh, my God. Rob Zombie's Halloween, 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street, the 2007 Hitcher remake. Oh, those are very shitty remakes. But there's other remakes like RoboCop I hate, Total Recall, Red Dawn. What other remakes? Which actually, one of the remakes I enjoyed this year, surprisingly, it's a horror movie. I enjoy the Child's Play remake. Actually, that's a 10 times better than any of the remakes I've mentioned. I enjoy the Child's Play remake. Surprised for me. But that's one of my favorites. But those are much better. It's much better than any of the remakes. 10-fold. But the other ones I hate. What else? The April Fool's remake, Prom Night remake. What else? Hold on, let me check to make sure I have anything else. Hold on a second here.